This is like such a TMI video, but I don't care. I just have to be honest, you know, with what's going on. I just got back from 7 days in Mexico and I have some packing regrets. These might be things that I regret packing or things I wish I had packed. So let's take a look at my suitcase and see what I actually did pack.
Hey, I'm Kimberly and this is KRod Collective, where I teach you how to travel solo, travel smart, and help you fall in love with Spain.
I haven't unpacked anything yet. I just got back and I am itching to do laundry, so let's take a look.
All right, so here is my open suitcase that we have in front of me. This is the suitcase I packed with. As usual, I did bring my Away bigger carry-on luggage. You guys know this is my favorite, and I'll get into a little bit of that later on in this video. But let's start with this side. We'll start with the zip side here, and I'll show you what I packed in here. So on this side, I have obviously my toiletry case. It's a little heavy, so I put it down at the bottom towards the wheels. And then I have this wet bag, which I keep dirty clothes in. So this is what I use for all of my dirty clothes on my trip. Primarily undergarments and socks and maybe some shorts or things like that. I don't necessarily put all of my dirty clothes in here. Sometimes I do put it at the bottom of a packing cube. I don't know. I've got different methods, but that's what I did for this trip. This is a dress that I have that I brought. Let's see if I can show you. It's just, this is just one of the dresses that I brought. I brought 2 pairs of shoes. One is in this shoe bag, and then the other is what I wore to the airport, which were some sneakers. And then I brought these Teva, I don't know if it's Teva or Teva, but I brought these, are the other pair of shoes that I brought. I just brought 2. So these sandals and then sneakers. And then this bag is sort of like a wet bag. It actually has my swimsuit that I wear came in this bag because this is the brand, and I kept my swimsuit in here is usually what I travel with it. I usually keep the swimsuit in there, and when it's wet, I'll put it back in this bag, but I actually put it in a different bag. But yeah, this is what I have on this side of the suitcase. Now let's move over to the next side and I'll show you what I have in there. In this middle section here, I have my fanny pack that I bring on pretty much every trip, but we'll talk about this also later on in the video. This is, I got it at a vintage outdoor flea market in Berlin, probably about 5 years ago. And it actually, one of these straps came off and I actually had someone repair it for me. So that's how much I love, I love this bag. I don't even know how much it was. It was very cheap, and it's leather. So moving on to this section, this is actually a jacket that I bought we spent 1 day in Mexico City and I bought this at the Sunday market. I can't remember the name of the market. I'll put it on the screen because the name is just not coming to my mind right now, but I bought this beautiful leather jacket there at the market. And then I have here a wet bag. This is actually the wet bag that comes in the Away luggage, and I do have my bathing suit, and I think I have one other item in here that's a little damp. I didn't have enough time to dry it fully, so I just stuck it in this wet bag. And then I have one packing cube. I'll show you what's in this packing cube in a minute. I want to show you everything else. So I do have my portable surge protector, which always comes in handy. I absolutely love bringing this on domestic trips and trips to countries that have the same voltage as us here in the States. So this is also great. You can plug more than one device in at a time. It also has USB ports on the side, so I love this. In this zippered side here, I think just have an AirTag. Just my AirTag is in there. Yeah, I did also have on this side my electric toothbrush and the charger, but obviously I took that out because I need to brush my teeth. And then here, this is the packing cube that I always use for my undergarments, and I think I used all of them. So the only thing I have in there is a pair of socks. I also have this in there. It's like Mexican's version of emergency. And then in this little packing pouch here, this is from UNPACK. It came in a set of 3. I love these little pouches. In here, I think I just have some miscellaneous things. I have a hair towel. This is just a microfiber towel that I use. I have like 3 or 4 of these. They're from Diva Curl, which is a salon I used to go to in New York years ago. I have my Baggu tote. In here, I do have my luggage scale because we did fly using Viva Aerobus, which is a budget airline in Mexico, which I've never flown with them before. So I wasn't sure how strict they were gonna be on the weight and the luggage, because the tickets that we did buy, my mom and I, they gave us a certain stipulation on the weight of our carry-on, and we were maybe 1 or 2 kilograms over that. So I didn't know if they were going to say something. Turns out they are not that strict at all, and it was actually not a bad experience at all. I also have a nail kit in here because, again, I had every intention to paint my nails. Did I? No, I didn't. I also have in here a pair of shorts that I wear under dresses and skirts. I'm not going to show you all of that because it's a little bit dingy right now and kind of dirty, so I'll just leave that there. I also have a pair of socks, pair of dirty socks, and also a travel size razor. So that's what I have in this pouch. So I'm kind of in this packing cube. I've got a mix of clean and dirty clothes at this point. So the first thing I have here is a dress. It's a PJ dress, like a nightgown. It was a hand-me-down from my mother. I also have another dress here. It is a button-down linen dress that is from Everlane that I got on Poshmark, secondhand. I also have a pair of denim shorts here. I also have a black t-shirt, just a plain black t-shirt. I also have another night dress, just a hand-me-down from my mother. I also have another just plain white t-shirt. I think I also probably got this one on Poshmark too. Don't remember. I also have a mini skirt that has shorts underneath. So I have that, and then I also have another plain white t-shirt that is a V-neck.
So as you can see, I actually didn't pack that much on my trip, but let's talk about some of my most used items for this trip in particular. I think the first most used item for this trip has got to be these 2 dresses right here. The linen dress and then the other black dress. So this year I'm actually trying to not spend as much money as I did last year, but I think that me reaching for these dresses the most on this trip kind of indicates to me that if I were to invest in more pieces for my wardrobe, one of the things that I should be investing more in is dresses. I actually feel probably the most confident in a nice dress. I just find them so easy. I'm a really big fan of what I like to call one-stop outfits. I just pull it out, put it on, accessorize a little bit if I want to, and I'm done. And I find that so easy. So my second most worn item on this trip has also got to be my sandals, these Tevas or Tivas. I really am not sure how to pronounce them, but I absolutely love these sandals. I cannot even begin to tell you how comfortable those sandals are for traveling. I also want to talk about some things that I packed that I'm really glad I packed. It is an item that lives in my in-flight essential bag, but this item is this portable fan. I am so happy I packed this, and it stays in my essential bag. This one is rechargeable, and I actually love it so much that I have 2. I have one that I use primarily for work, and then I have this one that I use for my travels. I love this fan so much. It is so great. It's rechargeable. It just keeps you cool. It has 2 settings. I love it. I'm so glad that I brought it with me on my trip. I do wish that in addition to bringing that portable fan, I really wish I also would have brought one of my little handheld fans. This was given to me from my Spanish coworker when I was living in Spain and working in Spain. And then also this one is very pretty. I may have got it in Jamaica. I don't actually know, but it's very pretty. And this is just another little handheld fan. So the next item that I am really glad I packed are shorts to go under my dresses and skirts. You know, I am a mid-sized girl. I got thighs that touch, and the chafing is real. The chafing is real, okay? It is, and it's worse in the summer when you're sweaty and gross. And honestly, even in the middle of winter, if I'm wearing a dress or a skirt, I'm wearing shorts underneath. I like to use shorts from a brand called Thigh Society. You may have seen them, you may have heard about them. I love them. So I brought 2 pairs with me. This is an example of what they look like. This is the clean pair that I have left. But I absolutely love these shorts. Some of them have a cooling effect. They are a little pricey, but honestly, if you wear athletic shorts, you know, like athletic biker shorts under your dresses, are probably the same, about the same price. I make sure to pack them just to give my thighs a little relief, you know? This is like such a TMI video, but I don't care. I just have to be honest, you know, with what's going on. Really happy that I packed 2 pairs of those shorts for this trip. So the next thing that I'm really happy I packed is sunscreen for my face. Now this is something that I just leave in my toiletry bags. I never take it out. The only time I take it out is if I'm replacing it with a new one, because, you know, I wear sunscreen pretty much all year round. And you know, it's important to wear sunscreen, especially on your face. So I'm really glad that I have that packed and ready to go. I also have a stick that, you know, I use to reapply my sunscreen throughout the day. The next thing I'm happy that I packed is obviously packing cubes. You guys know I've talked so much about how much I love using packing cubes. I'm really glad that I only brought 1 packing cube and then a packing pouch. I just feel like packing cubes really help me with organization. I just cannot stand a messy suitcase and having my stuff just everywhere. So I am happy that I packed with packing cubes like I normally do. The next thing I am happy about packing is my hair towel. I was not sure if I was going to wash my hair or not. I assumed, you know, 7 days in the sun and sweat, I kind of figured I would probably wash it at least once. Actually, I did pack my little pouch that I usually carry all of my hair stuff in, and I had that all packed and ready to go, but I forgot it. I did end up washing my hair, but I did not have my products. I ended up buying conditioner at the store, and I used whatever shampoo was there at the hotel. Not the best, but my hair didn't turn out too bad. But I am glad that I at least had my microfiber towel to dry my hair off. So I don't want to use a regular towel on my hair and frizz up these curls. Another thing I was really happy I had is another item that's in my in-flight essentials bag, and that is my portable charger. My phone is at a place now where it just does not hold a charge, but I am so happy that I had my portable charger because it pretty much stayed attached to that portable charger the whole time so that I could take pictures and videos and, you know, document stuff for my trip. But yeah, I also, you know, I was navigating and doing all the things that you do with your phone. And as I always say, it is also a big safety tip to have a portable charger and make sure your phone is always charged to the max and has some good juice behind it. And then the next thing that I was really happy I packed was Mexican pesos on my Wise card, and I also exchanged some Mexican pesos through the bank before my trip because there were a few outdoor vendors that, for example, the jacket that I said that I bought in Mexico City, she did not take card. So I was happy that I had pesos to buy that jacket with, and other things, you know, a lot of those vendors too at the markets will take card and stuff too, but I just, you know, for me, I just like to have a mix. I like to be able to use my travel credit card, my travel debit card, and then also cash if I need it. So now let's get into the juicy travel packing regrets that I have for this trip. Okay, so the first regret that I have is using the suitcase that I used. So I've talked about it many times on this channel. I absolutely love away luggages. My luggage, my go-to main luggage that I use is the Away Bigger Carry-On. If you want to learn more about that luggage, you can definitely check out that video. I'll link it in the cards. But I actually was going to use a new suitcase that I got for this trip. It's a little bit smaller and it's from a different brand, but I packed last minute for this trip. I didn't think a lot about what I was packing, which is also probably why I have so many regrets. Full disclosure, I hate packing. I hate packing. I don't know if any of you are like that, but I really don't like packing at all, just because for me, it takes so much time. But as you can see, there was a lot of space left in my luggage, a lot of empty space that if I had just packed with the bag that I had originally intended on packing with, I probably could have been a little bit more strategic and maybe not have had as much dead space as I did. But I kind of do regret not using the bag that I had originally planned on using. I really regret not packing a lip balm, or at least going out and buying a lip balm that has SPF in it, because my lips got sunburnt. It's not bad. I think for me, it just shows up as hyperpigmentation, so it's not too bad. But to prevent this from happening in the future, I should just wear lip balm in the summer that has SPF. To be honest with you, I should be wearing lip balm all year round that has SPF. And speaking of sunscreen, another regret that I have is not bringing my own sunscreen. So I was using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost sunscreen for a while. This, I believe, has been discontinued, but I do like this one. But this is my favorite sunscreen of all time. I love this sunscreen. It's the Black Girl Sunscreen 30 SPF. You can use it on your face or your body. But I regret not bringing this. And the reason why I like to use this, number one reason, is that there's no white cast. I love this sunscreen, and I am so annoyed that I didn't bring it. I knew that it was gonna be hot because I looked at the weather before I left. It's really hot here, like in the 90s. I think it's something like 97 degrees today. So I knew it was gonna be hot. So why I didn't bring it, I don't know, but I really regret not bringing it. We did end up buying sunscreen, and guess what? That sunscreen left a white cast. It was bad, it was really bad. But yeah, I mean, if I had just had my sunscreen of choice, this wouldn't have been an issue. Not bringing the right personal item. Again, I was gonna bring my Fjall Robin backpack, my Kanken laptop backpack, but one of the shoulder straps is coming off, and my mom has so graciously offered to fix it for me. But this is something I should have fixed a long time ago, because it's been like this for months, and I use this backpack for just more than travel. So instead, I brought just this bag that I've had for a while that I've, just have lying around in the house, and I brought that as my personal item. It's fine. I think I like it because it's big enough, right? It can fit a lot of stuff. It can fit under the seat in front of me. It's no problem. The issue that I have with this bag is that it's so deep and there's no organization inside, that when you put something in the bag, it falls all the way to the bottom. So in order to get something out of my bag, I have to like fish for it. Yeah, I think I'm in a transitional space right now regarding personal items, and I think that this is probably something I should make a separate video on, because I know a lot of you have asked me for updates on the Kanken bag, the laptop Kanken bag, and how I'm liking it, and I have some thoughts. And I also think that I just don't have great personal item bags right now, and so I am on the hunt for some. So I think I would like a nice tote bag for travel, and maybe a different type of travel backpack. So, I might need your help in helping me, pick my next personal item. Now, I do have this bag from Calpac, which I love. This is the Terra Sling bag, and I love this bag, but it is not, I have used this as a personal item before, and it's not the best for a personal item for me personally, because I do tend to travel with my laptop. And I cannot fit my laptop in here. But if I'm not bringing my laptop on a trip, which is very rare, then this is a great personal item to have. So that leads me to my next regret, which is not packing the right crossbody bag. I showed you the secondhand leather. I also love this bag that I just showed you from Calpac. It's also crossbody. I love traveling with those two bags. The problem that I have sometimes is that I think I need a size in between those two bags, because my secondhand one, my vintage one, is a bit small. And so as someone who creates videos and makes content, it is difficult for me to pack all of the electronic gear that I also need to make videos and to document travel and these trips. There's just not enough space in that bag to carry everything. But then I find that with this bag, the Calpac bag, sometimes it's too big. So it is big enough for me to carry my camera, my phone, all of the things that I need for my trip, and that I need personally, but also things I need to make content. But it is big and sometimes I find it weighs me down just a little bit. It's not great for me when I have really long days and I'm walking a lot, and it just kind of adds a lot of extra weight, and those are the times that I miss my smaller leather bag. So I think I need a size that's just in between. Another travel packing regret that I have is not packing enough wipes. I think for about a year now, I have really come to love feminine wipes and they are just so great, especially when you're going on a trip to a hot destination and you're hot and sweaty. They are so perfect to just throw in your bag, or when you get back to the hotel and you just need to wipe up before dinner. You don't want to take a full shower. You just want to get yourself a little freshened up before you go to dinner. So my wipes of choice lately have been Good Wipes. I love them so much that I have been buying the 4-pack on Amazon. So I ran out of wipes midway between my trip, and I really wish I would have brought more. I regret not bringing more wipes with me. At the very least, body wipes, you know, to freshen up. But you know, if you are traveling this summer, maybe you are taking your first solo trip and you are trying to figure out what to pack for that trip, definitely make sure you check out this video right here, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening to me rant about all of my travel packing regrets for this trip, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.